YouTube, this is tutorial 14 of our modding tutorial series for Minecraft. We left off on the model cable class, so we're going to jump back in this class, but before we do that, we are going to go and create our assets folder and our resource. We're going to create an assets folder in our resource folder. So we're gonna come in here and you need to make a new a new folder. Call it assets. And then in that assets folder we need to put the mod ID. So I think the mod ID for this is tutorial, but let me check real quick because I couldn't tell you. Nope, tut. Okay. Tut. Okay. And then in tut we're going to create two folders, lang, and then we're going to create a folder called textures. And then in this textures folder we are going to create a few folders. Folder 1, blocks. Folder 2, GUI. Folder 3, items. Folder 4, model. Oops. Model. Okay, and then we're going to open up the model folder. I have a texture pre-made for our cable, so I'm going to just drop it in here. But what you need to do is we are going to be working with a cable that's going to be 32 by 32, I believe is what I made this. Let me just make sure. Yep. So let me just show you this real quick. So you just make a texture. I just did something simple, black. So my cable's going to be black. Doesn't matter what it is. This is just our template. Okay, but make sure there's no white spaces, and make sure it is completely. Make sure it's 32 by 32, because that's what size we're gonna set the model to. Okay, after you get done with that, we are going to go back to our model cable class, and we are going to start working on the model. So go public model cable, and then we're going to do texture width equals 32, texture height is 32. Okay. There we go. Misspelled. Okay. Now, this is going to be very complicated. So, I'm going to copy these up here. So we're going to start off middle equals new model render. So I'm just going to copy this. New model render. This, comma, 0, comma, space, 0. There, that's the first one. And then just copy middle again. Middle dot add box and it's going to be 0 0 0 4 4 4 4 4 4, and then we need to cast the zeros to floats. So do 0, oops, not 0s, 0f, 0f, 0f. And then do middle dot set rotation point -2 float, oops, -2 float, and then 14 float, -2 float. There. And then we are going to do middle dot set texture size 32. There. And now it's middle dot mirror equals true. There. Now you see how we did this for the middle? We are gonna have to do that for every one of these. It's not going to be the same, so you're gonna have to watch carefully. And then after this, we're going to set rotation. Hold on. Set rotation, and then middle, comma, 0f, comma, 0f, 0f, comma, wait, yeah, 0f, 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 close it. And then the set rotation, we will just do that right now, so we don't have to do it later. So it's public void set rotation, and then model render, I'm just going to call it part. And then it has a float of X, a float of Y, and a float of Z. We are going to come on here And we need to import model renderer. Oh, whoops. There we go. And now we need to do part dot rotate angle x equals x, comma, part dot rotate angle y equals y, part dot rotate angle z equals z. There we go. Now that part's done. Okay, so now we're going to come back here and continue with this. We're going to do probably one more, probably the west closing. So, let's grab west closing and type west closing equals new model renderer, this, comma space 0, comma space 0. And then west closing dot add box zero float 0 float 0 float 1 6 6. There we go. Then we're gonna do west closing dot set rotation point 7 floats 13 floats and negative 3 floats. There we go. And then west closing dot set texture size 32 by 32. And then west closing dot mirror equals true. And then set rotation west closing comma space 0 floats, oops, comma space 0 floats, comma space 0 float. There. Oh, whoopsies. There we go. Okay. So we did the middle and the west closing render. And next we'll do the, east closing. But we are going to save that for the next tutorial because we are running about 14 minutes and 30 seconds. So I will see you guys next time in the next tutorial. Goodbye.